Montessori my whole life, and I started Charleston Montessori in 2nd grade, and I really liked it. And one of my favorite parts is learning with materials. And one of my favorite things about materials is knowing that you can get them off the shelf and work through it and being able to see it and seeing all the shapes. Like with verbs, we have that as a red circle, which really helps me know when I'm reading through something and I see a verb, I know that's a red circle. And so that's why I think it's important that in Montessori schools we have materials, which help me a lot. And another big part in Montessori is teachers and how they teach. And I'm in 5th grade, and I have a class of 4th graders, 5th graders, and 6th graders. And there's only 10 of us. But we still all learn on different levels. A 4th grader isn't going to learn on the same level as a 6th grader. That's why it's important that our teacher helps that 4th grader learn on their level and helps that 6th grader learn on their level. And it's okay if the 5th grader in between is on a 4th grade level. The teacher will work with them at that pace. And so I think it's special that we all get our one-on-one time with our teacher, so we're not working as a class. Instead of one big brain, we're all individual people. I also think it's special that we use our schedule wisely. Instead of having what the teacher tells us to do, starting in the morning, going through it, and starting with math and language, we get to pick what we want to do. So in the morning, we have a daily planner. So we come up to the board and Ms. Capice writes down things, goals that will be good to get done for today, and then things we need to keep in our mind to do during the week. And we pick the things that we want to do and write them down on our schedule. And we complete the things that we have time for, and the things that we don't, we try to do the next day. And what we finish, we write in our student planner, which is what we show our parents at the end of the day. And that's why I think it's important that children in Montessori should have the freedom to write their own schedule, not be taught by a book, and not have the teacher come in this morning and say, all right kids, you need to do this and this and this. I like that I'm able to come in each morning and pick what I want to do, not what I have to do. And my last thing is the class. Since we have 10 kids in a class, it's kind of a small group, so we all have our jobs and our part to do in the community. And sometimes we all alternate jobs, like we might start as a sweeper, then safety patrol who walks the primary kids up to their classroom. And it's important that we do our jobs to keep our classroom together. And our classroom's sort of like a family. And Ms. Capice will work on things that she needs to do to present another lesson, and the students will actually clean at the end of the day, because it's not Ms. Capice's responsibility at the end of the day to clean up our mess. So that's why it's important that when we get out, we finish. Like sometimes some kids, they roll out mats and they start their lesson, and they keep doing that lesson all day, and they have snack on that lesson. And crumbs get everywhere. And the kids know that they need to clean it up, not leave it for the next person. And that's why I think it's really important that Montessori education is part of our environment.
Yeah.